everybody, this is Stephanie. Thanks for tuning in. I want to share a bit of a little chatty life update and what's on my desk right now. I got a cup of coffee here. I have the August Elle Studio kit. I'm going to go ahead and just pull that off to the side really quick. Lately, I've been purchasing items that I know that I'm going to use. And that's really been motivating me to craft in the first place since it's been chaotic. I have not done any 12 by 12 layouts. I have not done, I'm working on Project Life, but I'm kind of like behind. Each month I'm placing the pocket cards in there and I'm placing the photos in there, and that's as far as I'm going. So I'm still calling that a win because I'm not so behind. And then I'm trying to place like sticky notes to write like what's my journaling and why I place certain ones in there to remember. So yeah, and anything that I'm gonna buy, like any add-ons, I have to make sure that I have a layout in mind for two reasons: so that I'm not just buying things to buy things, and the second reason, it motivates me to come into the craft room when the kit comes. That's been the only motivation to come in here lately. Well, not the motivation. I have been thinking of what I want to create, like a lot of other layouts and things, but it's just been so busy. We are officially going to move this year. We already signed the closing, so we have like less than 30 days. So it is, like I said, chaotic in this house. Move forward to what I got in the release. They had zoo themed cards along with a stamp set at the zoo stamp and also some animal chipboard stickers. So I immediately thought of when the last time we went to the zoo was back in 2024 with my son, and it was actually a school field trip. We went with him. So I thought, oh, my laptop, I got new products that I can use to document this story. You guys, I am behind in documenting. This is my October daily for 2023, and I have roughly 5 to 7 stories that I still have to finish. But I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead and go to October of 2024 and document this story really quick because I got some products and I want to use them before they go into my stash or packed. So I have 2 full-page photos. So the beginning portion of the day, we were at the zoo with his classmates, and then later on before we left, we went to go ride the train. So there is a bit of a divider, so this is why I placed some pocket pages to share those stories. So this is going to document the zoo with his friends, his class, and then this is documenting like the rest of the afternoon. So in the for Elle Studio, they had a set of cards that were all zoo themed that I purchased. So it was an add-on. But this card was actually within the subscription kit, and I thought it was perfect. If you look at the colors, it looks very Halloweeny. That's not a word, but doesn't it look perfect? I can even trim out this blue and it looks like a Halloween card. I love it, you guys. I love when things work out this way. So, but you see how they have this blue here? So in reality, I could totally place it all on here. I may trim up the white so that way it doesn't cover the photo so much of it. This can turn into a pocket and I can place additional items in it, like some journaling, but I do have this slot, so I may not do that. But I really love that I'm able to incorporate that. Let's flip this back over. I need to find a spot where I want to place this small card, this small photo of the class. Again, since we're, dealing with other people's kids, I did just take a photo of my son here in the center, and they're all facing the exhibit where there's no faces being shown. So I thought about placing it right here. That is my first thought, but I do want to incorporate a title at the zoo or from the stamp set that says let's explore. I can kind of like see myself snapping it there, and then maybe placing let me see, I can use that stamp set, let's explore, and then use these Elle Studio stickers that are like, they were perfect for the October, the candy corn. They look like candy corn. And place let's explore at the zoo. And then I thought about placing like all the animals here on the grass, but I don't know if that's gonna work. My initial thought was placing them all right here with some of the words of like kind of like like this right here, little alligators, monkeys, oh my, things like that all along the border. which I would have to grab some pattern paper, which I totally don't mind since it won't go directly on the photo. Ooh, or labels, I could totally do that. So that's my thought process. We're gonna go ahead and flip this over. Wait, let me put this back in. That I gotta cut this. I want to make like a little tab right here, so I'm gonna cut this. Since we didn't have multiple snacks, we just had the one, and then he had lunch. So yeah. Here is a photo of us on the train. The train is actually yellow. This is the one that they use just for display, and you can take pictures. And I want to place an additional photo here of him picking out this candy corn, and that's going to help, in my opinion, help close off this layout to set the theme of it. It was done in October. So yeah, I think that's gonna sum it up. I'm so excited. I am happy that I got the products and that it inspired me to create this layout. Let me go ahead and move on to the next one. So this is also working with Elle Studio, the August release. I knew I wanted to document this right away. And this is documenting another hobby of mine, which is crocheting. I learned how to corner crochet, which is basically you work with the grid, and I have the paper there. You start from one end and you work your way all the way across to make a image. You crocheted an image, you guys. It is so amazing. I'm so glad that I learned this technique this year. Unfortunately, this yarn, which I made sure to note the label there, is from Joann's. So I was so bummed because, as you know now, it's since now present time, and Joann's are now closed. So I was super bummed, and this is where this card comes into play. Current project, and you put the project date started, trying to finish by, and I just put to be continued. So my heart is heavy to document this, but I am so glad that I was able to, and I definitely got inspired this to use this thanks to these products. So I am documenting another hobby. I love that. I just put shopping list and I just put new supplies because I may have to go to a different brand. It is a size 4 and I know it'll probably, totally be doable. It's just in my head having to change different yarns. I just don't like it. It's just, I'm not a happy camper, you guys. I'm just so sad. But yeah, and I loved working with the chipboards here and making this little pocket to fit everything in. I love this little cluster. It's so adorable. All right, you guys, and that was working with Elle Studio for August. And then I'm going to move forward to July. I got the Sunny's Days paper pad from Elle Studio and the Currently stamp set and made a simple grid layout here documenting the currents. I'm eating homemade Reese's cups. I just wanted to learn how to make it. I feel like I still need a little tweaking to taste exactly like Reese's, peanut butter cups, but I'm so thankful I learned. I definitely had a toothache after making that this month because I kept trying, to make them. The kids loved them. I loved them. Made some banana chocolate muffins. Comment down below, let me know if y'all are on the same boat with me. Most times we'll have bananas that get so ripe and I hated throwing them away, you guys, and I just had to find a recipe and I did, and the kids love them. I love them. They're just so good. I'm so thankful that I found that recipe. And so I'm documenting recipes. I was on a kick of trying to make a ton of things from scratch. This is where we found out that we're possibly going to be selling the house. Someone is interested. Present time, guys, moving forward, we're moving, we're gonna sell it, so we are already closed. We got the time, the clock is ticking. I did 2 books. I am grateful for my daughter. We are celebrating her every month since her path is unknown. We don't know the route, her body and everything else that's going, what's going on right now. So I am thankful for each month with her. I'm enjoying my plants. December dailies layouts, what I was creating, and watching Yellowstone. Oh my god, it's so good if you have not checked out that show. Alrighty, that was in July. Another thing that I did, I thought about this for a while, totally botched it. I struggled, guys. Jump on the struggle bus with me. I don't know why this took so long and it was so hard. I think because I originally wanted to do a 12 by 12 layout and then I just felt like it didn't need to be. And then I just struggled. I don't know what it was. I think I was just trying to make more happen than it needed to be. I think to finish this off, I'm going to add in some watercoloring of the coordinating colors and just call it a day. I just feel like it looks a little bare and it's lacking something. It's lacking something, you guys. But I totally botched this pattern paper. If you can tell, I kept trying to put it down and adhere, put it down and adhere. Was not a good combo, my friend. I do not recommend. Yeah, but I love the way it turned out. I just feel like it's missing some, I don't know, something. So I made you some background mixed media here in the back, or at least some watercoloring, and call it a day. And that's another traveler's notebook layout. The last thing, two last things I think, are just Project Life. I still placing the pockets, placing the cards in the pocket. This is all that I have left from August. And in reality, this is going to be a school layout for the boys. One of them, I don't know which one, or maybe I'll do a little hodgepodge, just documenting them all together. Oh, I could totally do a currently for school theme in my traveler's notebook for them, and share one good thing about. Yes, I can use this too. Oh, or I can use this for Project Life and do a little insert the first week of school and just talk about it. And I love this idea. Again, see, I love when you can get inspired by the cards. I normally don't use these cards, and I was actually going to save this for week in the life, when week in life, and then I could just document things. So, but this gave me the idea to document an overview of their first week of school, and the pros and the cons or what have you, and just how it is. It also got me to think about how my oldest son, he's so excited for the new class that they're having. It's a forensic science. So cool. I'm so proud of him. I love that I love seeing his personality and his interests. That's what it is. Yes, his interests. My second one, my middle child, I don't want to go to school. I'd rather be homeschooled. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. So maybe it won't be this one for him. And then my youngest, he actually wanted to be homeschooled, and now he's so excited about school. He's now in first grade. He loves his class. He's so happy that he has some of his friends from kindergarten, but he also has so many new friends. So yeah. And he has a new backpack that he's excited for. I think I like that. I think I'm going to do that route and possibly document that. Yeah, I love that idea. This is actually the card from the zoo theme set of cards, but learning about and I could totally just put school life or something. And yeah, I'm going to see where I go with that, you guys. I'm excited. I love it. And the last thing that I have on my desk, again, besides Project Life, is my October daily for 2023, you guys. I am so excited. I have 5 to 7 stories that I need to complete in here. So I gotta adhere this when the boys were eating their little treats and doing the Munster mash. It looks like it. That's what they said that treat was doing. I gotta fill in these pockets. There's a massive layout, I think, right here. Yeah, my son's birthday for Harry Potter theme, and I want to go all out. And I just mentally, I'm not prepared for that, but I need to be. So I'm going to be. I'm gonna get her done. Let me see here. What else? Oh, I did this layout. Oh my gosh, you guys, I love it. This is working with Simple Stories. The vintage 20, I forgot what it's called, but it has the iconic colors, and I love the way it turned out. This is the first film that we watch to segue into Halloween, so I just love it, love it, love it, and I love the way it turned out. And I did another one here. So let me get this done so I can share that process. The flip through. Oh, you guys, I'm so excited. Hopefully I can get as much done. Hopefully I can get this done before we move, and I can share that with you. I may also get up on here and share the multiple albums that I've had through the years. They're all 6x8 for October daily, and just share my top 10 stories that I love to document each year. I think that's what I'm going to I love the idea to share with you guys. And any tips and tricks that have worked for me or that I love to do, and maybe even makes a few foundation pages for 2024, since that album's not done, and 2025. Yeah, that sounds amazing, you guys. Well, this is a little bit of an update. Thanks for sticking around, and I will catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.